Hi everyone, this video is to support the study of Daily Zohar 1877, titled Win Over Your Enemies. We don't have Zohar Devarim, but here I selected the verses, Zohar section where we have verses from Devarim. The book of Deuteronomy, Devarim, is the fifth or the seventh as we study in the portion of Ba'alotcha. In both cases, the last one is Malchut, but it's if you have question about why 7, we made the study in Daily Zohar 1527, and it comes, the Kabbalists refer to that, from the Torah. In the Torah, in the book of Numbers, there in the parasha of Ba'alotcha, there is a special section that is isolated by two reversed noons. See the two noons? And there are two verses here. ויהי בנשא אהרון ויאמר משה קום אדוני ויפוץ אויביך וינוסו משנאיך מפניך. This is one verse with 12 words. And the other one, ובנוחו יאמר שובה אדוני רבבות אלפי ישראל, has 7 words. Now it's very interesting because the first verse of the Torah has 7 words and the last verse of the Torah has 12 words. And we know that we have a cycle of 19 years, 12 plus 7, which are 12 regular years and 7 leap years. Also very interesting. So this by itself gives the idea that this is something special. Also, we recite these verses when we open the ark to take the Torah out, and also when we return the Torah back to the ark. When we sing Vayhi b'nso Aaron, Vayomer Moshe, don't laugh. So, and then when we return, Uvnocho Yomar Shuva Adonai Revivot Alfei Israel, and then we continue Hashivenu Adonai Elecha V'nashuva Chadesh Yamenu Kekedem. But nice singing. Now, so because this is unique, it's considered as its own book of the Torah. So it separates the book of Numbers into 3 parts. The first part, which is the fourth part of the Torah, fourth book, and Genesis is the first, and Exodus is the second, Leviticus is the third, and the first part of Numbers is the fourth book of the Torah. Now the 2 verses are the 5th book of the Torah. The third part of Numbers is the 6th book of the Torah, and Deuteronomy is the 7th. So that's how we come to the 7 books in the Torah. There are other interesting parts here, and I suggest to go to Daily Zohar 1527 and read that, study this part. Let's go back to where we came from. Okay, so this is the study of today. So Moses started talking, the Israelites about to enter the land of Israel. Moses was not allowed to go in, so he's giving them the speech. And he's called them, and about their negative behavior and stuff. And we read in Deuteronomy 1, verse 26 through 29, like you would not go up, but rebelled against the commandment of God, and you murmured in your tents and said, because God hated us, he brought us out of the land of Egypt to deliver us into the hands of the Amorites to destroy us. You see, the Jews are very complaining here. But, God was upset, and he said, surely there shall not one of these men, even this evil generation, see the good land which I swore to give unto your fathers. And it tells us, that to really reach the promised land, We need to have a proper vessel, clean from complaining and stuff. Understand that whatever God do for us or bring in our path, even the pain, is all part of the process for us to earn getting into the promised land and achieving the Mashiach, to live at the time of Mashiach. So the important thing to understand really, whatever pain we go through is nothing compared to the promised land. And here we're not talking about right now the land of Israel, where you have chaos and troubles and enemies and dangers from Iran and from people all over the world, anti-Semite, etc. The Zohar tells us here that even though Moses' words were tough on them, it came with love. And Moses explained to them that everything God did, all their experience, was actually to give them opportunity to earn the light of the promised land and the final redemption. The final redemption didn't come when they came first to the promised land, because they weren't ready, and that's why Moses couldn't get in. Because if Moses were to come into the land, then it would, the light would be revealed completely. So that's the process of Malchut. Malchut is where we work, where we have the pain, and the work is only the process of earning the final rest. When we get to the point that we have Mashiach and peace and immortality and Bila Mavet Lanetzach, and death will be swallowed forever. That's it for the study. There are many parts here that you should go and study it, and very, very important.